Hey guys, what's going on? Just want to go through a new algo that I came across the other day. And unlike most of the other algos out there, this one actually offers a 3-day free trial. And 3 days is not very long, but at least you get to test roughly what it does. I would argue that 3-day trials might actually put some people off because it doesn't give them enough time to come up with a strategy to do with the algo itself. But these guys seem to be doing a 3-day trial anyway. So it's called SimpleAlgo, and it's in my system here. You can see the other ones I talk about periodically. Algo Pro, which I really love, version 1.2. Flux Charts, FluxAlgo. And down the bottom here you can see the SimpleAlgo that I just got access to the other day. And so there's different versions, and they have a really nice premium oscillator, which I'll talk about in a different video. But in this video, I want to talk about some of the versions 1, 2, and 3 here. So let's look at version 3, it's the newest. I think this is sometimes a mistake. So with Algo Pro, for example, version 3 is actually more complex than it needs to be. And I prefer version 1.2 on Algo Pro. But on SimpleAlgo, since I'm new to this, I'm just going to have a look at SimpleAlgo version 3. And so I'll leave a link in the description for a free trial for 3 days. It's not a lot, but at least it's something, right? Like, check it out and make sure that it's not complete and utter trash. So here we go. So here is the signals on default for the SimpleAlgo. And you can see right here, this is the daily chart on SPY. That always looks nice. You can see we have these support and resistance bands, which you see in a lot of these systems like Algo Pro. And so you can see there's a buy signal here. I have this set to the default, and obviously this is too much. Obviously it's take profit too quickly, so I would just ignore these. You can adjust these from what I saw in the system. You just set the stop loss to be less, right? So you can set it to 0. I think it goes away if you set it to, to 0, yeah. So you see how it vanished. You set it like to 2, you start to see these things spread out and start to be more realistic. So it's just one click of the mouse button really to start setting these things up to be optimized. So this is the percent, so 6% stop on the actual stock. The sensitivity is set here, so this will come into play like it always does with these algo systems, depending on what time frame you're on. So I'm just going to leave it on 7 at the moment and look and see if some of these signals work quite well. Obviously, since November, we've had a really nice bull market in this signal to buy, and it's gone all the way up, which is really nice. The sell signal did a decent little sell, nothing to be, write home about, but pretty nice. And you can see that the last buy signal resulted in a really nice uptrend for a long time. So if you're swing trading for months, this thing is like really accurate. So you can see here, we're probably broken even or so. But you can use these bands to figure out whether you want to sell or not. So if you have a buy signal here, you can often say, hey, it's hitting this top resistance band, it's starting to show weakness. I'm just going to sell here. I'm not going to wait for a sell signal like down here, for example. So this would be a short for, And honestly, I probably wouldn't take this because it's already at the support, even though it's downtrending support. I would also be like, I'm not sure if I want to take this. So you kind of have to tailor these things to your own particular things. But you can see things that are up by the resistance band work well. When they're down by the support band, they work well. And you can see this works pretty well overall if you look at it on the daily. So this big run here was just caught. Wow, look at this thing, just on and on and on. So remember, this thing has a 3-day trial, so you don't have to take my word for it. You can go in and check these out. You can trade in real time with this as well. This is the daily chart. I always start there with these things. It's a daily chart on SPY. But then things become more noisy when you start to dial down to the shorter time frames, and that's when people get bogged down in these signals. So kind of look on the chart here on the 15. I don't know why I put it on a 15. Let's put it on like the 10 minutes, probably pretty good. So for day trading, 10 minutes, you can see this thing holds up pretty well. Like, this is pretty good, and I haven't touched any of the settings. So yeah, I mean, this thing looks pretty beautiful the way it is. So far I'm pretty impressed. These don't repaint. I've been watching them for a while. These are non-repainting indicators, so what you see here is what you get in real time. Let's just kind of show you what happens if we change some of the parameters from the default. So kind of set this up like here. This is really simple, and so when they call it the algo, like the SimpleAlgo, this really is simple. And so this is completely out of the box. So let's see what happens if we change some of the settings. The first one would be sensitivity, right? So let's just look and see what happens as we lower the sensitivity here because of the different time frame. You can start to see the signals actually change quite a bit. So at 5, it's kind of looking worse. Maybe at 4, let's see what happens. Not much. 3. So let's look at what 3 does compared to the default. This is too many signals in my opinion, so I agree with the default that the, I think it was 7. Let's put it back. 7 gave probably better signals overall. Less of them, but better. And there's still quite a few. Let's go the other way, so we go up here to like 9. Let's see what happens. So the signals change a bit, but like not a huge change really. So anyway, leave it on the default 7, because people are always asking me what do I put these things on, but the default here looks pretty good. You can see some of the other features here. There's a dashboard. I generally don't show dashboards just because they can be kind of cluttery, but we can have a quick look at that as well. So if I move this thing off to the side, I'm trying to grab it, it's not working. So the reversal bands, we can make them go away. The trend trail, which is this thin line that you see that changes, that can be very useful when it changes from red to green and there's a buy signal. That generally means you're going to see an upwards trend in price on these things, and it does in this case for sure. We can get rid of the trend trail as well, so it's really clean here. You can see this. So let's look at the dashboard, see what that has to offer. Trend strength is 80%, so that's good. Like, that's a good trending market. Volume, volatility, and the trend is bullish. So you want to be taking buy signals rather than sell signals on the different time frames. There's a lot more to this. I just wanted to kind of introduce you to the SimpleAlgo. I think it's as good as Algo Pro, but you get a 3-day trial. I think it's a little more expensive once you get over the trial, but at least you get to try it out for yourself, right? So definitely check it out. It works better, as all these things do, on the longer time frames, but you do have to just adjust that multiplier, whatever it's called. Once this pops up, I'll show you. It's taking a while. Let's hit the refresh button here. Let's hit it again. So yeah, so check it out. I think it's something worth checking out. The Algo Pro, if you have that, you can email me with your details and I'll add you to my Discord channel for Algo Pro. The Algo Simple or SimpleAlgo, I haven't really started a Discord or anything for that yet. I just want to see if there's any interest in the 3-day trial for that. So make sure you check in with the description below if you want to check out what the 3-day trial is like for SimpleAlgo. It looks pretty good to me just from eyeballing it. The other services I'm having a lot of luck with at the moment is Nate Bear's Profit Surge Trader. I keep a complete track record on this page and I'll leave a link in the description below. It's one trade based on a profit surge after earnings every single week. The strategy is phenomenal. Currently this week's, or the last couple of weeks, trades have been down, but for the rest of the year they've been very positive, so I'm really excited about the service overall. It's run by multi-millionaire trader Nate Bear. He basically does one trade a week, although he gives a couple of bonus trades. He turned 37,000 into 2.7 million with a very similar strategy, so he's definitely worth listening to in my opinion. You can check out the whole article, including what his family's like here, and also my interview with him, which I did live with him right here. And I think you'll find it pretty interesting, so check that out. It's in the description below. Also, Theta Traders, I'm selling futures options on Theta Traders. That might sound complex to some of you. Some people won't be surprised by it, but some people will say, oh, selling futures options, that's crazy. Well, it's actually a very lucrative, very passive way to make money, so definitely check this out as well if you get a chance. I'll leave a link to thetatraders.com and also my free option selling course, which includes some of this stuff in the description below as well, so check those things out. Anyway, hopefully you're having a good day, and I'll talk to you guys soon.